Mike here. I need to talk to you today about something that's going on in the gold market that I think people are going to get stuck in. There's always something new going on in the financial markets, and there's always something crazy going on. And this is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. And there are a lot of people like me that are bullish on the gold market, but I think are going to get stuck in this type of investment that they're saying is a way to make money in it and not make anything at all. So I want to warn you about that and to stay away from it, but to explain why it's kind of a trap. And this is something I didn't even know about until a couple days ago when a couple people emailed me about it, and I had to look into it. I never heard of this. These funds that are now coming out. Anyway, let me tell you why I think this won't work for people by telling you a little story that happened to me in 2002. I made perhaps the best trade of my life, and it turned out to be the worst trade I'd ever made at the same time. You see, I was bearish on the stock market in 2000, in 2001 and 2002. I was fortunate enough to understand that we were in a horrible bear market, and it wasn't just me. I had friends that saw this too, and we were trading on the short side, in fact, making money as the market fell. But in 2002, we started to see light at the end of the tunnel too. Bear markets can only go on for so long, and I'll never forget what happened. I went away to the beach on a little vacation. I took the computer laptop with me, and I would turn on CNBC every day I was down there. I'd get on the phone with one of my friends, Andy, and we would talk about what was going on. We'd see the market open up. We were anticipating a low and a bottom, and we knew if we could buy on that bottom, we could get rich in a trade or make a huge return at the very least. Well, I had seen for 2 years on CNBC, talking head, anchors, all these people call every little bounce a bottom. And they were wrong. It would go down, and they do it over and over and over again. Well, finally, in July of 2002, the sentiment was getting so terrible, and a combination of other things, that we were thinking the bottom was here. And I turned on the TV one morning, and Maria Bartiromo, who had been pretty much bullish the whole time, or talking bullish excitedly every time the market would have a false rally, she said the market's so bad that people should short stocks. Short stocks. I had never heard her say short stocks before or since, and that day was the bottom. The market rallied for about 6 weeks and went sideways, retested low in 2003 and took off. But this is what happened. I bought after she said that, she said it before the market opened up, I bought, a friend of mine bought, we were on the phone talking about it, but I bought the wrong thing. You know, I'm good at buying stocks and selling stocks, but I'm terrible at options. I always lose money on options, but I thought to myself, this is such a great opportunity that I don't want to just buy stocks. I want to buy call options on the NASDAQ 100, okay? Well, that's what I did. I think I put close to, it may be more, but let's just say it was $10,000, which I was trying to make $100,000 or something nuts off this $10,000 investment. Well, what ended up happening was, for whatever reason, the NASDAQ went up less than the Dow and the S&P 500 did after that for the next 6 weeks. And I had like a 2-month-long or 3-month-long option. So I had a limited time frame that I had to get the big return in. And the NASDAQ lagged the other things. Then I bought a gigantic premium because of the volatility on the option, because of the madness in the market. So to make a long story short, my option did not go up. I didn't make anything. I lost a little bit or broke even. I can't even remember, but I didn't make no big return. And I was right about the market, and I made nothing on that trade. It was probably the greatest entry point, or one of the greatest things I'd ever done in the markets, because I got in at the exact bottom, of this. It made nothing. And the thing is, I made nothing because I was trying to do something complicated and mess around with options, which are more complicated, out of my comfort zone. If I would have just bought a basket of stocks, I would have made an absolute killing in those couple months. Well, that's, I don't really regret it. I don't think about this very often. But it's an important story for me to tell you, because I want you to learn from it, because of what's going on now in the gold market. Some company has launched a class of exchange-traded funds. This is the news story from a few days ago, that own gold in other currencies. One owns the gold. Supposedly these things buy the British pound and use that to buy gold. One buys yen and buys gold. One buys euros and buys gold. And then there's another fund that charges people 1.5% a year to be a part of, that tries to trade these currencies in gold at the same time. And what they're telling people is you should trade these in order to make even more from a gold bull market by playing these currencies in addition to the rising gold price. Or if you're bearish, you do the opposite. Well, man, it's just freaking crazy. Here's the thing. I firmly believe that gold is starting a bull market that's going to go on for a couple years. And I believe that people who invest in gold and silver and other commodities in general are going to make money. And yes, stocks are a little bit more risky, but the stocks, the right ones, can go up even more, and I'm being a part of that. But, that's pretty simple, man. That's simple stuff. You buy gold, buy silver, buy good stocks, that produce it. And some people are going to, I see it on one of the message boards someone sent me to, where these people are wanting to get involved in trading currencies in addition to gold and silver. And what you got to do is, in the financial markets, whatever market that you want to participate in, you've got to do two things. Figure out the trend of that market, and then position yourself in a simple way to benefit from that trend. Well, in a gold bull market, there's nothing more simple than buying gold and buying some stocks that are going to go up when gold goes up. If you try to do things more complicated than that, like buying options like I did back in 2002, when I was right and I made nothing, because what I did was I compound. It's one thing to be correct about a market, but then when you want to play options or play these crazy funds trading in currencies, you then have to add an additional factor that you have to be right about too, or knowledgeable about. And frankly, it's I believe gold's going to go up for 3 years. I have got no friggin' idea which currency in the world is going to go up more against or less against, And if I try to pick that, I could easily pick the wrong one. I don't have that kind of expertise. And I don't know if anyone can predict all that, So just stay away. That's what I'm making this video for you, is stay away from these funds and just keep this investing game simple. And that's all, It's all you got to do. And enjoy it. I mean, if you keep things simple with investing, then it actually does become fun, because you start to make money in a way that you don't have to worry about things. But when you try to, make all these additional decisions and compound what you're doing out of greed, it don't work out. That's what happened to me in 2002. I don't want it to happen to you by getting trapped in these silly funds that have been launched. So don't get involved in that, and get involved in real gold, like this, real physical gold, and some stocks. And if you want to get involved more in what I'm doing, then sign up and join this, take advantage of this opening in the Wall Street Window Power Investor Service, and really get involved with me in these markets. We run live webinars every month. I send research reports almost practically every single week, showing the stocks I'm looking to buy before I even buy them, and then as soon as I buy or sell something, I send all the members of it an email, so you know instantly what I'm doing, and then you also know what I'm thinking and planning before I do it. So get in, take advantage of this. It's simple. You just click below, because I think this is the time. I think this month that the HUI, which is the gold stock index, is pausing right below what I think is the important resistance now, 250. It's approximately the highs of August, but you can see it on a chart based out of what they would call a Darvas box. You can draw that. Well, if the HUI stays below that 250 for a week or two and then breaks above it and closes above it, it will bust out of that Darvas box and I think go up for the rest of the year. Well, I will tell you, for full disclosure, I already own some gold stocks because I believe in it. And if I think this is starting to happen, my plan is to buy even more. And I'm going to tell the people in the Power Investor Service what I'm buying, when I buy it, and I'm really excited about the next couple weeks. That's why I'm doing this opening right now and going to close it, because I want you to get in now, not at the end of the month or something when this stuff's already going up. If what I think is going to happen is going to happen. So that's what I got to talk to you about today. Of course, even if you don't join, I'll be talking to you more and sharing with you more ideas and thoughts as these markets develop. And there is always something new going on in the stock market just about every single day, and something unfortunately crazy too when these things are launched. So have a nice day. Talk to you later.